Happy Friday, beautiful souls, and welcome to Spiritually Her. This is your safe space to explore the magic of inner work, grow your confidence, and embrace your self worth as the ultimate superpower. I'm Terrika-Surrenity, your host and guide on this transformative journey. Here, we're breaking barriers, we're rewriting our stories, and stepping fully into that girl energy together. So grab your favorite drink, let's settle in, and let's vibe. Your next level starts right now. Happy Friday to my spiritual besties, and welcome to another episode of Spiritually Her. Yes, yes, yes. Sending you guys all the good feels, good vibes, air hearts, of course, always. And if you do not know, Spiritually Her is the podcast that helps you step into your power, trust the process, and glow up spiritually, emotionally, also mentally. I'm your host, Terrika-Surrenity, and today we're diving into that feeling we've all had at some point. That unshakable belief that something great is coming, even when everything around you screams for you to give up. Like, I know that is a topic and a period or a moment where a lot of people can resonate with. And that literally has been the topic for my life for this week. And I just felt like it was great to share it with you guys because if I'm feeling that, I'm sure I'm not the only person that is feeling that. So why not share it with the Spiritually Her community and see what you guys feel about it and uplift you guys and show some rituals and some support in what I'm also dealing with, and we get through it together. So, if you've been feeling like your life is stuck in chaos, but deep down, you know something amazing is on the way, then this episode is for you. We're going to talk about how to hold on to that inner knowing, why faith is your superpower, and how storms often come to clear the path for your blessings and your abundance. So, as always, grab your tea, your journal, or whatever helps you feel cozy, and let's get into it. First, I really want to dive into the beginning or the start of this topic and how it resonated with me this week. We haven't really talked about dreams and spiritual gifts, but I feel like this is the perfect time to open up a little bit about what I have been experiencing, especially this week, because it does resonate with the topic. Now, I don't know if you guys are familiar with dreams or that saying that is around the community or just around the world about that wake up call and what that may feel like. Honestly, guys, it was one day this week. I can't even remember the day. Okay. The days are blending in at this point. But one of these days this week, there was this energy. It was like a heavy energy. I couldn't shake it. Honestly, I couldn't, y'all. I was down bad. But I don't know if it had something to do with the full moon, the wolf full moon that was on the 13th, I believe. And which is the 13th of January, just in case if you're listening to this episode a little late. But I don't know if it had something to do with that energy. But this energy that I was feeling, it was very heavy. I felt like I was carrying a load that was just so I don't know, like it felt like it was just taking me down. Like I was going down this spiral, but not going upward. I was going downward. Like I was feeling like I was giving up, just to be honest. And it was just one of them days where I didn't give a fuck about a lot of things. But as always, If you're not familiar with God and angels and your spirit guides and your ancestors or even your higher self, they will call out to you. So, just to give this experience, guys, I literally was tired this entire day and I laid down to take a nap. And when I took a nap, it's like I was in this dream, but I wasn't really dreaming. It was very like a lucid dreaming, but I feel like I was like astral projecting, I won't lie, because before I entered this dream, I saw like a lot of coding or um shapes and all that type of stuff. And I know that normally when I have those things to happen, I'm in a period where I'm about to receive some sort of message. My messages come to me in dreams and in other ways, but mostly in dreams. But guys, in this dream, I was laying down in my same bed that I'm laying in, laying on the same side, except for when I opened my eyes in the dream, my eyes were still closed in this realm. But when I opened my eyes, I was looking at myself. It wasn't scary. It was just kind of like this ah type of moment or like, because I never see myself in this angle. You never really get to see yourself how other people see you. Even when you look in a mirror, it's not the same way that other people view you. So I was just literally studying like my face and my facial structures. And the thing that was different was that my eyes were green. And if you know me, my eyes are dark brown. So that wasn't quite accurate, but I feel like that was an indicator that I was laying next to my higher self. And she had this sense of peace. Like her aura was just beautiful, calming. And it felt like I felt the sense of that unconditional love. And she just stared at me and I stared back. And all of a sudden, I started hearing people, several people, calling me by my name. And I kept hearing, Tarika, 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 Tarika. Like, I was just like kind of annoyed. The ADHD in me was a little bit um, overwhelmed because it's like, what the fuck do you want? But it's like I immediately opened my eyes. Now, I decided to do a reading based off of that dream because I wanted to know like why were why was my name being called? Why was I laying from another, version of myself? Basically, the cards communicated that it was my higher self calling out to me for me to save myself, to get out of this funk, to really get out of that energy and that state of that negative thinking and just raise my vibration. Almost like a reminder that eventually you get to this inner peace. Eventually you get to this happy place or you you get to not carry the world on your shoulders, but you have to keep going. You can't give up. So, after that reading, when I tell you I had this like burst of energy and this burst of emotion because it was like, sometimes when we walk around in the world, we feel like people don't see us. They see maybe our smile that's on our face, or they just see like our clothes and everything. And that's not what's inner, that's not what's inside. So, and I do have a great way that I wear my mask, and I'm always happy go lucky. Hi. But it felt amazing to be seen, not just by someone else, but to be seen by myself and for me to come save me. That to me was very powerful. Now, I said all of that to say this is what caused this topic for this week. because I have this inner knowing, this inner feeling that something greater is coming, something big is coming, and I feel it. It's like my body knows it, my intuition knows it, but sometimes we can get so lost in the now and the present and how things look and our surroundings and what's going on around us that it causes us to not trust our intuition and not trust that inner knowing. So, with saying that, going into that inner knowing, I really want to ask you guys, have you ever had this deep, unexplainable feeling that something great is about to happen? It's like a whisper from your soul saying, keep going. This is not the end. That feeling, that's your intuition. It's your connection to the divine, your higher self, your ancestors, to God, whatever resonates with you spiritually. But if I can keep it 100 with you guys, that inner knowing can feel like a cruel joke sometimes. It can really feel like someone is playing a joke on you because when when life looks like a complete mess, you got bills piling up, your relationships are going through the most, your dreams and your aspirations feel so far away, and you're like, God, like, are you sure about this? Listen, here's the truth. When the storm is the loudest, that's often when your breakthrough is the closest. Your surroundings don't determine your destination. It's like being in the middle of a storm while your GPS keeps saying, in 1 mile, turn right. You can't see the turn yet, but you trust the GPS. Your intuition is working the same way. So even when life looks like chaos and BS, trust the universe knows where it's taking you. And oftentimes that requires you to have 100% faith, 100% surrender, to have faith that God is sending you in the right direction. Now, when we think about the storm itself, why do we go through these tough times when we feel so close to our breakthrough? Right? Like, I ask myself all the time, like, why? Storms aren't punishments, they're preparation. Because they force us to let go of what's holding us back, whether that's fear, doubt, or even people who can't come with us to the next level. So I want you to think about it like this. When a seed is planted, it's buried in the dirt. And in that dirt, it's dark, it's lonely, and nothing about it looks like growth. Because on the outside, you just see a pile of dirt, right? But beneath the surface, everything is happening. Everything is coming together. The seed is cracking open. The roots are forming. And soon it will push through the soil. And I need you to realize that that's what your storm is doing for you. I know things may seem heavy. I know you feel like you're being buried, but you're not buried. You're planted. Know that you are planted. But sometimes here's the catch, right? You have to choose faith over fear because that storm will test you. There is no doubt about that. You might lose some things, you might lose some people, you might lose opportunities that you really thought you needed. But sometimes those losses are clearing space for what's truly meant for you. And do not doubt it. And I know that when you are taking so many L's, it can be hard to hold on to faith. But I'm going to show you how I have been holding on to faith even in the midst of my chaos and even in the midst of me feeling buried. But how I pick myself back up. So I want to ask you guys as well, and I really want you to think about this. How do you keep the faith when everything feels like it's falling apart? I want you to think about what type of things do you do. If you don't have anything that comes to mind and you just kind of like keep walking, keep putting the other foot in front of the other, that's fine too. But I'm just going to show and share some tips that works for me with you guys, okay? Now, so spiritually her besties, all right? First thing is anchor yourself in rituals. Now, rituals is however you want to think about it. Okay. This could be a skincare ritual. This could be a exercise ritual. Just something that you do consistently. All right. So when life feels chaotic, having a spiritual practice can ground you, whether it's your meditation, whether it's prayer, having that prayer closet, whether it is journaling, or maybe it's you doing a tarot reading, or maybe it's you burning sage or Palo Santos, it's doing yoga, it's working out. Whatever works for you and resonates with your soul, these rituals remind you of your connection to something greater than yourself. All right? So, the first tip, anchor yourself in rituals. Even when it's hard to get up and do anything, find at least one thing that you can set away time for to do. Now, number two, affirm your vision. Speak life into your dreams. I don't care if it seems like nobody is looking, no one is supporting, or no one sees you. It doesn't matter. You speak life into your dreams. Write down those affirmations. Speak those affirmations. Affirm it. Look in the mirror and say, I am worthy of the blessings coming my way. Or you can say, even in the storm, I trust the divine plan. I am worthy of the blessings coming my way. Even in the storm, I trust the divine plan. Say them out loud every single day. I don't care what negative thoughts pop up in that moment. I don't care if your inner self critic is saying, girl, bye, or boy, bye. Speak life into your dreams. Because if no one else is going to do it, why not you? Don't look for anyone else to pick you up. Don't look for anyone else to affirm your dreams and your vision. You do it. All right? Tip number three, look for signs. Signs, synchronicities. When you're in alignment, the universe will send you signs. Maybe it's angel numbers. It could be a song lyric. It can be even a conversation with a stranger. Let me tell you, these signs are little winks from the universe telling you to keep going. I got you. And this just confirms the conversation I had with one of my good friends. We had lunch the other day, and just we were talking about how the universe, God, would literally send a stranger to you to speak life into you. And it may be specific things that they may say that just may resonate with you, that only you would know about. Those are the signs telling you to keep going. I got you. Even when you feel like you're alone, you're not alone. Even when you feel like no one sees you, I might bring the person you would least expect to see right through that mask, see right through that smile, and would touch your heart and touch your soul to confirm your inner knowing, to confirm that inner intuition that everything is going to be okay. Now, tip number 4, lean on your tribe. I know I am very guilty of this, but when I'm going through chaos or going through a period to where I'm not in my highest vibration, I like to isolate myself. Most times it's because it's like, I don't really want to be around anybody and I'm not my cheerful self, or I don't want to have to fake it or anything like that. But listen, your tribe, they're not just your tribe when you are just unicorns and rainbows. They're your tribe for all seasons of your life. Be open to connecting on different levels outside of just, okay, we go and party together. All right, well, this friend, we just party. This friend, we like to read together. This friend, we just gossip. No, you should have different layers to your connections and you to your tribe because you don't have to go through this alone. Talk to someone you trust who uplifts your spirit. This could be an old friend. This could be your mom. This could be your dad. It could be your siblings, whoever. If you don't have that person, then this is where you seek out your tribe, seek out communities, or even podcasts like this one to remind you that you're not alone. And listen, guys, this is an open invitation. If you feel like you do not have a tribe to lean on, you have me. And I'm not being cliche, I'm not just talking BS. I built this community, I built this podcast to create my tribe. So let's lean on this together. Let's work through this together. Listen to different podcasts. Join different communities because you don't have to go through this alone. All right, and the last tip, tip number 5, release what you can't control. You cannot control the storm, but what you can control is how you show up. Focus on the things you can do right now, even if it's as small as just taking a deep breath or writing down your next step. Release what you can't control. And I will share a ritual with you guys on Patreon, which is a ritual that I did to release heavy burden, heavy responsibility, heavy just energy altogether that spirit and my higher self gave me this ritual and it helped. So if you guys do follow me on Patreon, and that's www.patreon.com/spiritually her. That is where I will be posting all of the rituals that you can do, letting you know what tools you'll need, what ingredients or whatever, and you can go ahead and get that there. So also, just throwing it out there, you can get personal readings. You can be a part of the Spiritually Her community where we have chats, where we have just the open community, questions, answers, all love. Okay. So, yeah, that release ritual will definitely be on Patreon. All right. So, also, I want you to not just think about this storm that you may be going through, but think about your last storm that you went through as well. I know for myself, when I think about my past life experiences and storms that I have went through when I literally lost everything. And when I say everything, everything, car, job, girl was down bad. But that experience taught me that your storm isn't the end of your story. When I tell you that storm led me to a breakthrough, I am a witness to this. And that's why I also have to sometimes remind myself when I see another storm coming, I have to remind myself that what Spirit did for you before, what God did for you before, what your higher self, led you through before, they would continue to see you through it. It's just a plot twist before the climax. Listen to me, that storm is just the plot twist before the climax. And the best part is that you get to be the hero of this story. And you're the hero because you keep going. You're the hero because even though things feels like you should just give up today, you won't. And you're going to get back up tomorrow. And you're going to try a little bit harder. You're going to make it another day. You're going to keep going another day after that. And each day you're just closer to your breakthrough. Okay? So, if you're listening to this right now and you're in the middle of a storm, I want you to know this. You are not alone. And this is not the end. That dream, that vision, that feeling in your soul, in your gut is real. And it's already on its way to you. Your only job right now is to trust the process and keep showing up. Even when it's hard, you keep showing up. I'm going to end on that note there, reminding you to keep showing up. All right. I hope this message resonated with you guys. So, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Spiritually Her. If this message resonated with you, share it with a friend who needs a reminder to keep the faith. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and connect with me on TikTok, which is Serenity, SURRENITY 10, or on YouTube at Serenity 101, SURRENITY 101. And like I stated earlier, Patreon, if you really want to join the Spiritually Her community, where you will be able to get rituals, behind the scenes, meditations, and just grow with me with this Spiritually Her community, and let's build our tribe. All right, and that is www.patreon.com/spiritually her. Until next time, stay spiritually you, and remember, the storm is temporary, but your greatness is forever. All right, guys. Love you. Sending you air hearts. Bye. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of Spiritually Her. I hope you felt inspired, empowered, and ready to take the next step on your journey. If you love this episode, don't forget to subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Let's keep the conversation going. You can connect with me on TikTok at Serenity101. That's SURRENITY 101. And on Instagram at spiritually.her. I'd love to hear your thoughts, breakthroughs, or even what topics you want to dive into next. Until next time, remember, your power is already within you. Keep shining and simply stay Spiritually her. Bye.